From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Thursday, August 16th, a Millsboro man is charged with killing his fiancée before their wedding. Red Clay schools get good and bad news from the latest student testing results. And a Newcastle County employer is expanding. Here are the details. Police say a Millsboro man is wanted for first-degree murder in the killing of his fiancée, who was found dead after both failed to show up for their wedding rehearsal. State police issued an arrest warrant for 44-year-old Emmett Taylor III after Stephanie Mumford was found dead Tuesday night in the couple's home. Authorities think Taylor may have fled to Detroit, Mississippi, or California. A Wilmington City Councilman is rallying support for a plan to get guns off the streets. Councilman Mike Brown has sent a letter to community leaders asking them to send petitions to the Attorney General, asking him to implement a gun buyback program. However, Brown says he wants the program to reserve the right of police to test the guns to determine if they've been used in a crime. Brown says other cities in the area have traded vouchers for food or household items for the illegal guns and hopes Wilmington can do the same. Figures show there were 96 shootings in Wilmington last year. The mayor of Newark, New Jersey met yesterday with a woman who was the lone survivor of the execution-style slayings. The murders in Newark took the lives of 3 Delaware State University students earlier this month. During a bedside visit that lasted less than an hour, Mayor Cory Booker said he and 19-year-old Natasha Ariel talked about everything imaginable. He praised Ariel for her spirit and courage. Meantime, the search for the 2 remaining suspects in the cold-blooded murders is extending down the eastern seaboard. Federal marshals joined the search for the suspects shortly after the killings, and marshals in several southern states are involved. A law enforcement official with knowledge of the investigation said the search had extended beyond Virginia. Coming up, the Powerball jackpot is growing to more than $200 million. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcol.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
The Powerball lottery jackpot is getting even bigger. Nobody won last night's $183 million jackpot, meaning it will go to an estimated $210 million for Saturday night's drawing. Tickets to match the first 5 numbers but missed the Powerball win $200,000 each. There were 13 of those, including one in Delaware. The numbers were 19, 22, 24, 38, 51. The Powerball was 9. The Power Play was 2. A variety of tests and standards show mixed results in the Red Clay School District. WDEL's Ken Grant reports.
There's some good news in our test scores, and there's some not so good news in the test scores.
That was the report Red Clay School Board received at their August meeting. The presentation focused on results from the Delaware Student Testing Program, measures of academic progress, and the federal No Child Left Behind ratings. While some of the schools in the district are scoring well on the various tests, School Board member Gary Lenarducci says he wants to make sure all of the schools improve.
We've got a number of schools that we really have to improve, and I want to make sure that we don't just sort of go through the motions, that we have very specific plans for each one of those schools that need improvement, and quite a few need improvement.
We have to work within the state testing system. All 19 school districts use the DSTP. We have to work within the system to gain the highest possible scores we possibly can. And at the same time, make sure we're giving the kids the kind of education they need.
We know that the students, especially in our elementary schools, are making progress, but obviously it's not enough progress. So my staff is going to sit down and take a look at everything that we're doing in an effort to change these schools around. Our high schools are already in a mode called restructuring. They're going to have to submit plans about how they're going to do things differently. And I think that exercise is going to be good for all of us, because the expectation is that we will get better, and that's the expectation that I'm going to transmit to my principals and to our staffs, and find the support to get the job done.
Ken Grant, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The sky's the limit for the aviation industry in Delaware. That story from WDEL's Carl Konevsky.
Officials with Dassault Falcon say they're expanding their operations in the First State, opening a completion center at the Newcastle County Airport. Dassault President Jack Young says a trip to France by Governor Minner and a good working relationship with the state since Dassault arrived in 2001 helped make the decision to stay.
The state has worked with us quite a bit on employee training programs with grants, and that has helped us very, very much, because one of the major issues we have, not just here, all over the country, is having enough trained people ready to do the kind of work we're doing.
Governor Minner says the expansion is a boost to the state's economy in these tough economic times.
100 jobs is really good in these times because we see other companies losing jobs. And of course, we've seen a little bit of downturn in the economy, and the more jobs, the more we can help to keep things growing, the better it is.
The expansion will bring 100 new jobs to Delaware and add $12 million to the state's economy. Reporting from the Newcastle County Airport, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The Phillies lose and lose ground. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the Phillies slipped back to third place in the NL East with a 4-2 loss to the Nationals last night. Jason Worth homered off Washington starter Tim Redding, and Chris Coase singled home a runner with bases loaded in the seventh inning to account for the Phillies scoring. Kyle Kendrick, though, took the loss for the Phils, the loss dropping the Phillies back to third place in the NL East, 4 games in back of the Mets. The series concludes tonight in D.C. with coverage starting at 6:30 on WDEL. Meantime, Phillies pitcher Adam Eaton has been placed on the 15-day disabled list with inflammation in his throwing right shoulder. J.D. Durbin will take his spot in the starting rotation and will start tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. The Blue Rocks had 2 big early innings and went on to score an 8-1 win at Potomac. Wilmington sent all 9 batters to the plate in the top of the first and scored 3 runs. They then pushed across 4 in the top of the third, including a 2-run homer from Chris McConnell. The win increases the Rocks' first-place lead in the Northern Division over Potomac to 4 games. That series ends today. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast may be a shower early, otherwise sun and clouds today, high 92. Tonight, couple of thunderstorms early, warm and muggy overnight, low 72. Tomorrow, some sunshine with a thunderstorm in spots with a high of 88. Good news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM, WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.